Oops. Being in Jamaica, well, growing up in Jamaica as a content creator, yo, damn, this is a lot to say. So I'm actually here waiting on a client to come because I have a shoot out by the reef with my friend Christoph. But meanwhile, I waiting. I just say, yo, might as well just do the video now because, yo, I'm just here waiting. So, yeah. So easier. All right.
Yeah. Heading to the boat.
What a beautiful morning. What time is it? It's about 8:30 right now. So, yeah. So I'm actually in Negril. No, Hanover. So I'm in Hanover, right? Yeah.
This is property is called Papaya Beach.
This property is called Papaya Beach, and he's walking right in the shot. Damn. I'm just trying to get the video out, and that's it. But yeah. So, if you guys don't know, so my actual name is Peter Thomas, right? But the YouTube name is Bwoy Pedro, because the reason why I use the term boy, because like I want it to be like the old Jamaican, term, because we started the whole patois thing. You get me? So I actually started this YouTube journey since COVID, and how should I say this? It wasn't like this. I couldn't even talk in front of the camera like this. Like it was a lot. I used to be a graphic designer. That's the first thing that tried out as a content creator, and that was like a couple years ago. That's way before my photo game came into place. You get me? So I used to do a lot of photo manipulation. You get me? But then my name was like Spellcheck Media. At that time, I still didn't know like what I wanted to do with my life overall. You get me? Because like my mom actually got me into the whole graphic design thing because I went to a school called Garmix Academy, and because of that, like I never wanted to go because I'm like, self-esteem got the best of me because I'm like, that's not like the type of place I like to go because it was an art institution. I'm like, people who goes to those type of places seem like slow learners. But I was wrong. I was really wrong. But after learning graphics, you get me, I did the whole photo manipulation thing where I wanted to let the photo manipulation quality go up. So I wanted to let the photo quality of manipulating seem more realistic. So I got interested in shooting it with my phone. So like my first camera that I purchased was a Fuji. It's a bridge camera. That's a weird name. I don't remember the name, but a bridge camera is technically a camera that seems like a DSLR looking camera, but it cannot detach the lens. You get me? So it has that. I'll put up a picture on the screen so you guys can have an idea. You guys can have an idea of what a bridge camera looks like. You get me? But that camera made my Photoshop thing, went up a notch. You get me? Because I never really have money back then to get like a real good camera. I never really understand what I was doing, but I still tried. All right, so this is a bit. Let's fix this a bit. Yeah, you can hear that? Yeah, somebody cutting the grass, but with AI in the making, I can just simply isolate my voice just like that. So, as I was saying, so I was working in the photo studio, and in Jamaica, this is the thing. Like some places like that, you don't really make that much money. And majority of the time, it's like working. Like it should be from 9 to 5, but then again, it's like 9 until they say when, until the store closed sometime, most of the time. So I don't know. Like I was working there, when I was working there, it was so fun. Like I get to work with different people, you know, people that's coming to the store. I mean, like when they came in the store, you know, the interaction and everything, like that's like I was building my name from them from that longer time. So meanwhile I was at the studio, like I would go in the studio space and actually try to get a higher quality, because I was shooting with the studio had a Nikon something like that, and that was a way better quality than the Fuji that I had, which got stolen. That's yeah, it got stolen because I left it careless. Yeah, me. So they had the lighting, so I could just simply go in the studio, get the correct lighting, and then back into Photoshop, and then get myself, you know, the old Photoshop thing. Because back then people used to say, "Hey, you're the Photoshop guy," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's me." And it was so fun. You know, it was so fun. And at that time, I was just so filled with joy, and I still wanted to know more. Yeah, man, I never know anything about video then. Back then, like that was like in 2016. I never 2016, no 2018. I never know 2017 around then. Let me say 2016. I never knew anything about video. Like right now, like actually using ND filter, know like correct exposure and stuff like that, and auto color grade and stuff like that. Yo, I never know anything about it, but hey, what? I still have to try. And working at that studio, it was a good run. And then I left that studio, and I started doing content. So I was basically on my own. I started doing content for a cheerleading company. Then I worked with them for 1 year, and after working them for 1 year, I started working at this performing arts company. And that same performing arts company, that was like one of the best decisions that I've ever made. So the reason why that was the best decision that I've ever made, because like I wanted to go into the army. That never worked out. Imagine. So this is how Jamaican system work. If you want to go into certain places, right? For example, if you want to go into the army, so I wanted to go into the army, but I was growing my hair. And if you want to go into the army and you have your hair at a certain height, you have to, cut it before training, before anything, because they're not going to let you in. And at the end of the day, you're not sure if they're going to let you into the army. I'm like, I applied, I went, never got through twice. And after waiting, January of 2019, no, is it? Yeah, January of 2019, they called me saying, "Yo, do you want to?" No, they called me saying, "Come in for an interview." I'm like, in my head, I'm like, "Nah, I'm not going to try this. No, I'm not going to try this." And that was the best decision that I've ever made, because right now it's like, bro, working in Jamaica in certain field is crazy, bro. Like, it's so crazy, like really crazy. And to be honest, like, I'm telling you the truth, like, I'm telling you the honest truth, like, a lot of Jamaicans in the army are not making that much money, legit. I don't know about, I think maybe based on the ranking, but I know that for sure that if you just start the army, it's like you're going to be tied in that for life. Yeah, so the wind started. Yeah, I don't know if you guys hearing the wind, but the wind started acting up. So actually, let me just clip it on here. So yeah, so this is the audio now. I don't hope it sounds really good. I hope I can clean it up in post. So yeah, so it's like at that time frame, I started working at that performance arts company. Yo, that was one of the best experience for me, because I learned a lot there. I started doing acting there. I learned how to do the whole video thing there. So it's like being a content creator here in Jamaica. Yo, you have to put out, you have to put it out to them, because nobody else can put out the energy. Nobody else can do it. Nobody else will think about you outside of yourself. So after working there for about 3 years, I obtained my visa through them, so I could end up travel. So I even obtained my first car because I was a bit scared of driving, you know, because the road it kind of seemed too serious, and driving a big vehicle, well, driving a car, not just a big vehicle, because I was in the bike life type of thing, boom boom. So driving a car on the road, I'm like, yo, that's kind of scary, and I have to think about. Let's see if this can go. I have to think about gas, and I have to think about safety, I have to think about money and insurance and them. But then I said, hey, what? I have to get this done. So I got my first car, got my visa. I'm like, yeah, I worked at that company, I obtained something. And yo, whenever I'm ready for leave, I can leave. But I had to, like, even though I was working at that company, I had to put this in the whole idea. I say, yo, anywhere that you're working, you should always have a side hustle. And I had a side hustle. Like I thought, yo, I was learning all of this from day one. I put in the work, and I'm not going to say that. I just put in the work, like I want to get this done. I just want to learn more, so I just put in the work. Me know, I was at that 9 to 5. Well, that was another job, 9 until they say when. So I put in the work. When I put in the work, I'm like, yo, right? I'm getting money outside of the company, and I'm getting money from the company. So the money from the company is used to maintain certain stuff, but the money from my thing outside was used to maintain whatever I can get. So working there, I bought a ton of camera stuff. It wasn't enough, but it was better than what I was using. And I stayed at that company for about 3 years. Yeah, I stayed at that company for about 3 years. So after leaving that company, I got my first gig. So the sky kind of overcast right now. It's kind of crazy how overcast it is. I don't think I like this angle. Let me just change the angle. So my first big paycheck was a photo shoot that I did for a company, a Red Stripe. Yeah, that was my first big paycheck, and I'm like, yo, this is so amazing. I love it. Like I got like well, for me, that was like a big money for me, because I've never gotten so much money one time, like 200 and some thousand, and for one shoot. I mean, bear in mind, is this frame properly? Let me go back a little bit. Bear in mind, when I was working at that company, that performance company, I was getting less than $1,000 a month, right? Less than $1,000 a month, and I'm like, yo, I got over $2,000 in one day. Like, bro, this is one day. So from that time frame, I'm like, yo, a good thing somebody put in the work from day one, because certain things just always seem nice for me, and sometimes it's like down, but you can't always have the nice things them all the time. Sometimes if I go through a little tough time, which when I really go through no tough time, you get me? But you have cases where your job never really that come in. Like one time, like I wasn't even interested in doing photos. I wasn't even getting much photo gigs. You get me? So like, yo, after that big job, I got another big one, and I'm like, yo, it keep on going. I'm like, imagine if I was still at that place, I wouldn't make this amount. I wouldn't like that would come my way, because like the shoot was in the week. So normally what I'll do is just shoot on weekends, but that never made no sense because I wasn't getting the right exposure that I wanted. I wasn't getting the right exposure, but I'm really glad and grateful for that exposure. Got more clients after that, and it keeps on building. 2020 was a really bad year for a lot of people, but for me it was the best. For me, it was like the best year for me, because 2020 is when I found myself. 2020 was when I say, yo, this is it. And at that time in 2020, I was still working at a 9 to 5. But 2020 is when I found myself. I was like home. I could actually sit and think about what I wanted to do in the future. And 2021, I left that 9 until you say when job. And that's when the big break came. You know, the first big paycheck. I was so, yo, that was Really grateful for that moment. Really grateful for that moment. And you know, I started to do the YouTube thing. That's when I actually started YouTube again. And I think I have some I think I have some old videos that I have on YouTube. Damn, I'm sweating. So old YouTube videos back then compared to now, it's like a total different thing. Like I'm a total different person. So starting YouTube got me some really good overseas clients. So as relates to like camera stuff, I got some camera. Would they be clients? No, I got some camera company collaboration, like Small Rig, Several Rhymes, Zhiyun Crane, Fayun Tech. Yo, I've gotten some weird things, you get me? Wetsuits and stuff like that. But like one of the difficulties with being a YouTuber, like especially me being in Jamaica, is like, yo, when it comes down to people sending me free products, I have to pay for them, and like the cost to pay for them will come like joke thing. So I have to be careful of what I'm getting, because if I know a company is going to send me a camera, I would have to fly up for that. If it's like a shirt or so, like, yeah, even though I still have to pay for it and it's free. So like custom duties are so crazy. Custom duty is so crazy. And I'm saying this to say that, yo, if you don't really know what you're doing or socialize with the right type of people, yo, nothing's not gonna really go your way, because it's like who know who, and yeah, who put yourself out there. So don't just sit around and say, yo, better is going to come if you don't put yourself out there. I've been putting myself out there from the first day I took up a camera, which is my phone. Been putting myself out there. It's nice. I just get to just enjoy life as it is. Like right now, look at this space. It's a lovely space. It's a lovely space. I feel like flying my drone. Let me give you a look at your shot of the space. You know, I just realized that I'm not wearing my glasses. Well, the sun is not out, so I don't really need it right now. But yo, after creating content, you know, being around Jamaica and stuff like that, more companies reach out to me just for that type of thing. So imagine being in a KFC commercial just because, yo, they liked my content, you know. After putting it out there, I'm like, yo, really? Be a part of a commercial? That's crazy. That was fun. That was very interesting. Very interesting. Up to now, the ad is still out. I love that for myself. So all I can say, you know, if you're a content creator in Jamaica and you want to like reach far in your work, you know, reach far in what you're doing, you have to just push yourself. You know, I've been pushing, you know. Don't wait until when you stop work at a place, you're going to say, oh, let me start push myself now. No, bro. No, sis. Push yourself from your start work at a place. There's so much things in Jamaica that you can do. Like, always have a side hustle. Even if you're working for yourself, always have a side hustle for that side hustle. Always. So, like, the journey going forward now, like from me, graphic design, you get me, photography and video, bro. Been pushing, you know, been pushing this, and then I'm practicing. Well, not practicing. Let me say practicing. I'm doing I'm doing underwater photography now, capturing stuff underneath the water. Yo, this is so Jamaica hard. Like capturing stuff underneath the water, like it's just a journey, you know. It's just a journey, like it's just a journey. So I believe that being a content creator in Jamaica, yo, you can make it. Yo, you can make it. It all depends on if you push. If you just know, see, yo, you gotta just humble yourself, and that's one of the best thing. Humble yourself and humble. See me, have to just humble yourself. Here are some key things that you need to know, right, when it comes on to being the whole content creator and thing. So and there are quite a few things that I think you need to know. Practice. Always practice. You don't even need somebody to practice, because let me actually show you what I'm doing right now. So I've been walking up and down with this tripod every minute, putting it different locations around this property. I have this wireless mic. Well, I can show you that. I have this wireless mic, right? And then walking up and down this property with this tripod just to get the shot. Yeah, shooting at a Fuji just to get the shot. And I'm like, yo, if I never practice and learn angles and learn how to, you know, make sure the audio is recording and checking that the camera is recording, make sure that they, you know, have lighting, have ND, I know how to shoot, frame rate, you know, how to color grade and stuff like that, because of years of practicing. Practice, do your research, you know, socialize, collaborate. You get me? Collaboration is a big key factor in your being a Jamaican content creator. Like, collaborate. Even if it's going to cost you, just make sure, say, yo, even if it's going to cost you, just make sure, say, you're benefiting. You get me? Collaborate. Just try to put yourself out there. Use social media. Yo, Instagram free, you know. Twitter is free. YouTube is free. So, yeah. All of this is just how you want it to be. So, last thing that I'm saying, post what you want to attract. Simple words.